for 7 welterweight action in the amateur division. Set now to make his way to the cage, presenting Shiv McDonald.
Shiv McDonald from MMAX making his way to the cage. They've got good support here tonight, Brian, and they're a strong team, moulded after Denniston himself. They're always difficult to beat.
Absolutely, and Denniston, it sort of instills that mentality in them. And when I spoke to Shiv McDonald, I said, what's preparation been like? And he just said, any doubts that I have, I just work them out in the gym. I just put in the hours, I put in the time. And that's something where he believes, and I'm sure you've had this, Nathaniel, when you go to bed at night thinking, have I done enough? What's my opponent doing? That's something that he feels he's covered tonight, so he's coming in with a lot of confidence.
That's it. A lot of the time when you think about what your opponent's doing, that can be the motivation you need to get the right training in.
So Shiv McDonald, final preparations. His loss and his win, he's gone the distance in both, won by decision last time out, so he's coming off a win after his debut being a decision loss, but he's gone the full 6 rounds.
And now his opponent set to make his way down to the cage, presenting Giovanni Cordani.
Good support here for Giovanni Cordani. And ROC 6, Nathaniel, he won with a wicked body shot here at the same arena.
Definitely, I was actually lucky enough to be cornering him for that fight, as I do train with Giovanni myself, and that night he done very well. He brought his A game, looked spectacular. So hopefully, you know, I believe that he's brought his A game tonight and will do the same thing. But he's definitely got a tough fight with Shiv McDonald.
And Brian, we look at entertainers and what Nathaniel's saying. This man, win or lose, does not go the distance.
Not the distance, and wastes no time. Literally couldn't wait to step out from the curtain, wasn't waiting for a beat to drop or anything. Just then when you saw him getting checks, was looking to step in the cage. And when we talk about the body shot knockout, you go back to his debut in June of 2017. He won that in just 59 seconds by submission. So somebody who Nathaniel said when he took his cams off brings the fight, and someone we're very much looking forward to taking on Shiv McDonald this evening.
Yes, this one could be explosive. Both men are now in the cage. And as we said, Shiv always brings his A game as well.
Inside the cage tonight, Rise of Champions, now set for 3 3-minute rounds of amateur action in the welterweight division. We introduce first now the blue corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds even. As an amateur, a single victory to a single defeat, representing MMAX Fighting out of Kings Langley, presenting Shiv McDonald. And now his opponent across the cage in the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in an official 169.7 pounds. As an amateur, 3 victories against a single defeat, representing Raptor Strike Force Fighting out of Sutton, presenting Giovanni Cordani. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Sam Amidi.
Sam Amidi will call them together for what we think will be an explosive encounter. 3-1 for Giovanni, 1-1 for Shiv. Not much difference in the records. 23, much younger Giovanni, 32. Shiv, height, not much difference at all as they touch gloves.
Definitely with the style that Giovanni's got, he brings the fight. So I can't see this one going too far, but you know, as I say, I haven't seen much of Shiv, so I can't tell what he's going to do.
Shiv came forward. You can tell how thickly set Shiv is. He's got a lot of power. He's at the southpaw stance as well. So what are the attributes or what are the openings that a southpaw? Oh, apart from that big overhand left, what's Giovanni got to watch out for?
Giovanni's got to be watching out for the liver kick, definitely, that Shiv can get. And here we go. It's now looking like Giovanni's going for a takedown.
And that was because there was a nice sweep attempt by Shiv, and as you said, that right and left through the middle. That sweep was very similar to the Muay Thai style, and I think Nathaniel, Giovanni made a conscious decision there, saying this is not going quite how I planned up. Right, let's see what he's got downstairs.
Well, Giovanni's a very clever fighter, so I definitely, if he feels that he's in a position to get that takedown, he'll take that. And You know, he's very physically and he's very athletic, so he has the ability to take the fight anywhere it goes.
And it was the right choice, Brian, because Shiv started strongly and accurately right off the bat.
He caught Giovanni with some beautiful strikes, and also that almost sly little sweet trip attempt as well. So Shiv certainly got some skills, certainly got some power, and one thing by putting a big guy on their back is you negate that distance, then being able to use that, and you can also wear down on them. You can start wearing on that gas tank, which opens up opportunities later in the fight as well.
That's it, and now that they're back to striking, Shiv will be aware that Giovanni can take him down, so...
Coming running at us in the cage as well. These are big shots coming from both fighters.
Well, they're wasting no time, and they're not worried about defence either, and you wonder what happens when one lands totally cleanly, because Shiv brimming with confidence, despite, as we know, Giovanni's power, and he's unorthodox, he's a southpaw, and he's already showed he can cause problems. And like you said, Nathaniel, this is shaping up nicely to be a real war between these two men.
Definitely. You can see here that you've got two fighters that have both got heart. You know, they're fighters at heart, and they both look very talented, very athletic, and, you know, this is definitely going to be a good fight.
And that was a left hand, Brian, from hell from Shiv, but Giovanni, he took it.
Absolutely. That beard is doing some work this evening, and Shiv showing a lot of things in this fight, which one is no fear for Giovanni. Giovanni, just with his demeanor and his physique, can intimidate a lot of fighters, but Shiv not backing down, and he's caught him with the cleanest shots. But now look at that.
Great.
Giovanni finishes it.
Nathaniel, what a turnaround. He just had to eat a huge left hand. We're just talking about how well Shiv's doing, and then it's a turnaround like that.
That's it. As I said, Giovanni's one of those fighters where, you know, he's got heart, and you're going to have to put that boy out if you want to beat him. And, you know, obviously, as we can see here, he's come back with a knockout win like that. Spectacular performance.
Brian, he turned it on its head.
But both of them made a wonderful fight here. It might not be the longest fight we'll see tonight, but they both made it exciting. And I've got to say, you called it before we even started. You just said, watch this fight. He will bring it. He'll bring the heat. That is a promoter's dream right there. He looks the part, and my God, can he bang.
That's it. Two guys there, you know, both got heart, both got the ability to knock someone out, and that's exactly what, as you said, a promoter wants.
But if you look at it, Shiv did everything right. And a lot of people, that left hand that landed so cleanly, there was the cheeky little takedown attempt. That left hand would have stopped a lot of people. He landed that clean.
Definitely. You know, as I keep saying, it's all about that heart, and as I say, I'm lucky enough to train with Giovanni myself, so I know that he's got it. Some fighters, they crumble when they get caught, you know, and a real fighter comes back from it.
Oh, and there we see that it was I think it was the left hook first, that just behind the ear, that turned him round, and then he finished him, hitting him on the other ear. He's gonna be hearing him ringing for a little while there.
You're right, Brian. It was the two shots, but we saw again that left hand really landed cleanly for Shiv. And Giovanni not only shook it off, he comes back with two thundering punches. And we had a feeling this would be short and sweet, and it did not disappoint.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee called a stoppage to this bout. 2 minutes, 34 seconds into the first round. Declaring your winner by knockout, Giovanni Cordani. And make some noise for Shiv McDonald.